Well, here's the truth, guys. If you want to succeed in this field, you have to make sacrifices. The competition is fierce, and this field isn't a 9 to 5. Welcome to the harsh reality of cybersecurity careers. So you're not going to make it if you treat this career as a hobby, right? If you're just doing a little bit of cybersecurity here, maybe an hour here, maybe a half hour here, every 3 days on the weekends. If you're trying to break in, you're definitely not going to break in that way. And if you're already in the field, you can probably survive doing your 9 to 5 and put in your 8 hours of work and maybe occasionally doing a hack the box machine or whatever. But I argue that in the long run, that's not going to pay off if you're already in the field for multiple reasons. I did say that the competition is fierce. So there's, I don't know, probably thousands of people trying to break in the field at this point. And those people trying to break in are actually trying to take your job. This is a competition after all. And if you don't think you're in a competition, spoiler, you are. And if you're not a competitive person, that's okay. But the reality is you are in a competition with everybody else in the field, whether you like it or not. And that's just not in this field. That's every field. That's every profession. That's every walk of life. That's just the nature of life. I mean, literally, if you go out into nature, everything's a competition. And it's no different when you go into your profession. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not trying to beat everybody. I'm only trying to be better than myself. And that is true. But my argument is, if you study for 20 minutes a day, technically you got better every day, right? Technically you got better. You are a better person than you was yesterday. That is a fact. But if the person that's trying to go for the same position you are in studies or levels up 3 hours a day, they're going to outpace you. They're going to separate themselves from you, and they're going to end up taking a job that you want. Okay, there are limited slots in cybersecurity. There's not infinite slots. The field, it was growing rapidly. It's starting to slow down, and it might even be recessing. So the whole millions and millions of unfilled jobs, that's a whole myth that I bought into. I felt like I was lied to. Like when I was in the Air Force active duty, I was assistant administrator. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make this transition into cybersecurity because there's endless opportunities. And while that might actually be true, there might actually be endless opportunities in the long run. I would say in the short run, there are limited slots. So if you're trying to break in anytime soon, then you really can't slow down. And if you're already in the field, like I said, you can probably slow down for a little bit, but in the long run, I don't think it's going to work. And the reason why I don't think it's going to work in the long run is because not only are you competing against other human beings for slots in this field, you're actually competing against AI. Machines. And I don't know if you know this, but spoiler alert, machines don't get tired. They don't take breaks. They never have to sleep. They don't complain. They just do work. It takes a lot of effort to be versed in this field. It takes a lot of energy and effort. And a lot of people, I see on LinkedIn and anywhere else really, and they say, oh, burnout's not a badge of honor. And honestly, man, I just take that notion and throw it in the trash. Like I think that's some of the worst advice out there. I was at DEF CON and someone asked me, hey, what's the best advice you can give me for someone who's young? And my advice for them was take work-life balance and throw it in the trash. Because what's there to take a break from? You haven't built anything. There's no life to enjoy. I mean, maybe if you're already, well off in terms of wealth, then yeah, maybe you can enjoy life a little bit more. But if you're still in your building stage of your career, there's nothing to really enjoy, in my opinion. You're not going to get ahead if you take breaks and you always are trying to find a vacation to do, or you need a self-healing day. And I think it's one of the biggest loads of crap that a lot of people are pushing out today. Like, oh yeah, you don't have to work hard. You don't have to put in the effort. You don't want to be a slave to your employer. And why you don't want to be a slave to your employer, you do want to have healthy boundaries between you and your employer, right? You don't want, like if your employer is asking you to work over every day, then that's a problem. I'm not talking about putting in extra hours for your employer. While that does happen, and you should absolutely do that when that need happens, but if it continues on for a substantial amount of time, then that's a problem. So don't be afraid of putting a couple hours in after work. What I'm trying to say is you want to put in the hours in for yourself, your skill set, because no one can take away your education. So always build up your skills, always build up your knowledge, and no one can take that away from you. And so I was talking about like sacrifices in cybersecurity, right? And what kind of sacrifices you gotta make? Well, here's something that I made. I quit playing video games. I stopped playing fantasy football. I stopped watching football. I love football. I had stopped watching. Now I am gonna watch the Steelers game this weekend, but only because my family invited me to it, and it's my nephew's birthday, and I haven't seen my family for a hot minute. And to me, it's more like a family thing rather than a football thing. But that's probably going to be the only game I want to watch, at least for the first half of the season. So don't be afraid to make sacrifices. Quit Netflix, quit Hulu, quit doom scrolling. Everyone's looking for shortcuts to success. Everyone. There's always trying to find like a way to like circumvent the hard work. And like I wrote a newsletter article, and I'll do a full video on this in the future about stop avoiding the hard work, because the secret's in the hard work. So what you want to do, replace your time wasters with healthy habits. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to work instead of people who are like, oh, take it easy, you're working too hard. Dude, I can't stand people like that, because the truth is this field is incredibly competitive. Replace your passive entertainment with active learning. So whether that's YouTube or a podcast or reading books, I like to read books, or a course. Replace all your entertainment with stuff that's making you better. Your commutes and your workouts. Listen to podcasts that help you grow. Cybersecurity podcasts. I like to listen to a lot of business podcasts because there's a lot of lessons there. And I think business and cybersecurity are closely related to each other, which is why I focus on business a lot as a subcategory of expertise. And I have a podcast, shameless plug, to Hackers Cash. New episodes every Wednesday. And yeah, study, practice, and apply your knowledge every day. If you do it every day for multiple hours every day, if you're trying to break in, you will break in. And if you're already in the field, then you won't get replaced by either another human or by AI. So do the work now, reap rewards later. You can expect that all your hard work is going to take time to pay off. It's going to take multiple years of no rewards. Like, you're going to get your certifications, you're going to get your courses completed, but you might not find a job for 2, 3, 4 years. Okay, I grinded 5 years before I became a pentester. Now, granted, I had to wait 5 years because I was under contract in the military, so I had no choice but to wait 5 years. So my payoff was 5 years, and every hour I put in was totally worth it.